So maybe you saw this disturbing video. We had to blur some of it because there were underage people in it, so it's a little confusing. But Saturday, an elderly woman and her dogs were brutally assaulted after she asked some partiers at a pool to turn down the sound. She was thrown. So note the bystanders, what moral champions they are. So what if she had asthma or a heart condition? How isn't this felonious assault? Now imagine if the cops had showed up. Would CNN inform us that the honor students were celebrating the successful end of the school year and were then assaulted by the police? Speaking of police, Broward County confirmed this attack took place in North Lauderdale, Florida. They don't know the woman's condition yet. Of course, the media usually helps in such matters if it fits their assumptions. But right now, they're trying to find the name of a lady who berated a Muslim at a supermarket. No joke. That's the lead on some sites. So the pool story is not so much about the assault. The story is the lack of a story and how big the reverse would have been. Imagine an elderly, infirm black woman walks into a frat house pool party filled with white crew cuts. One body slams her, then chucks her and her small dogs into a pool. Now, that's not national news. It's international news. Soul-searching and national conversation are the terms that we hear all week. Stephen Colbert shouts, "Welcome to Trump's America." MSNBC jumps in with both feet. The lawsuits are filed before the woman dries off. But here, that's not the case. Instead, we're the only show doing this story. I guess clearly this woman didn't check her privilege at the gate. So, Kimberly, we got some word that there's a possible update that one suspect turned himself in. What charges could, I mean, if she hit her head when she fell and then was thrown into the pool, what is this? Is it just kids being kids?
No, it's not. I think this is so outrageous and so upsetting for me to even watch this. I've prosecuted thousands of cases over the years in LA and San Francisco, horrible cases. But can you imagine being in a situation like this? I mean, obviously, she went over there by herself with her dogs. She could have been killed. What if she couldn't swim? You don't know. Or she had a heart condition, like you said, or something like that. To me, this is aggravated assault or an aggravated battery. They could be looking at serious jail time, prison time, multiple years, up to 5 years, and fines. And I think it should be taken seriously. They showed a total lack of regard whatsoever for her safety, for her, mental and physical and emotional health in a situation like this. I mean, it's awful. I mean, this is about as bad as you can be.
You know, Juan, there have been a lot of, I don't know, too many to count, incidences of mob violence, mob looting, mob rule in malls in the last, year. It's hard for the news to cover it because if you cover it, it's as though you are participating in some kind of racial story rather than pointing out that this isn't about race. This is about, lawlessness.
Well, I would agree. I think they have, I forget what the term is, where these kids rush into a store and grab things, and it's totally discombobulated. It's retail. It hurts communities. It hurts communities black and white. But where I disagree with you was I'm not convinced of the immediate racial overlay that has caused media concern. That could have been me, Greg. I would have been somebody saying, hey, this music is too loud, and they would have said, oh, man, and then throw me in the pool or something, right? I wouldn't have liked it. I don't think that would have gotten any media attention.
They slammed her to the ground.
No, they didn't slam her to the ground. The guy tried to pick her up, and he fell. I think they fell.
Read the packet.
I saw the video. But anyway, if he slammed her, I don't think he intentionally slammed. I think he picked her up and fell down.
Okay,
and then they throw her in the pool.
He could have stopped there,
But he should have stopped there. But I think the key point is here that there's a racial overlay because the kids were black, but I think those kids were out of control partying. I don't think they were thinking about anybody. They weren't using any racial epithet.
I guess what I was trying to get at, Jesse, was that I'm not talking about the racial aspect there. I'm talking about how the racial makeup prevents the media from actually looking at this story in the way it looks at others.
Right. There was no racial component to this story. The racial component was how this was covered or not covered.
Right.
I read all the materials on this story beforehand, and in not one story did it mention the race of the woman or the race of the people at the party. Right. Now, we know why portraying white-on-black incidences is so prevalent. It's because it's so emotionally charged. And with emotion comes ratings and comes profits. And the Democrats push it because it puts Republicans on the defensive and it fires up their base. I do agree with Juan on one point, and I hate to disagree with Kimberly because I'm afraid.
Yeah, you should be.
But it did look like he slipped when he was trying to pick her up and throw her in the pool. That was just my impression. He never should have done it in the first place, but it looked like he slipped. And it could have been much worse.
You guys would be so off my jury, you have no idea.
Dana, this is the problem. Like, by the way, whenever you go to ask somebody to turn down the music, you never know what you're walking into. Yep. You never
want to do it because you think, I know, believe me, when
you go to bed at 7 p.m.
Well, you don't know. You can get shot, people are drinking or doing drugs.
I can honestly say I've never been told to turn down the music, except for by you, because you hate it so much with the music I like. You know what really
sickens me about this, too? Well, that's because you and I stay up at night playing charades instead.
Right. Oh, right.
The thing that was sickening to me, it's the cheering on and the egging on. It wasn't like it was just one person who participated in this. They were egging each other on in order to do it, and that scares me.
And so many ran away rather than helping.
And cheered it on afterwards, too.
And I think the dogs are okay. I don't even, like I was trying, how shallow are you when you're looking to see how the dogs are? Because it's like,
no, I think that's appropriate.
Well, no, but
of course you think it's appropriate.
Yeah, but it's like, you worry because you think the dog, she's going to lose the dogs. Like, the dogs are gone. I want to know that the dogs are okay.
Well, the dogs are usually better swimmer than some women.
And Dana's rubbed off.
Not that women can't swim.
What are you saying?
I'm just saying, all humans can't swim that well. All dogs can swim.
Well, by the way, depending if they slammed the dog or did something, there's charges for that, too.
But
just
you know what, Greg?
That animal abuse.
That whole little incident.
Yeah, me too.
Because you see these mobs of kids, and they swarm you.
Lawless.
It's very scary.
Yeah. All right.